Hi, I'm Jack Cameron, and welcome to JCam. Welcome to Great Railway Adventures, episode number 2. Today, it is May 2017, and Thomas the Tank Engine may be coming to a railway near you soon, and a couple of key items from our newsfeed. And where were you where were you on where are you going to be on Mother's Day? Well, Heritage Park, Calgary's historical park, is visited by Thomas the Tank Engine every year in May. In May. In May. Well, I have had a couple of chances to ride on Thomas the Tank Engine in just 2 years ago. And but unfortunately I got trackside views of Thomas rolling around on the track of Heritage Park. And yes, Thomas the Tank Engine is a really useful engine. And you also get to meet Sir Topham Hatt, known as the Fat Controller. And Thomas visits railways all over the world. And for those of you that want to go see Thomas, just check your Decca Railway's website to see if Thomas is stopping by. Well, as you know, the world-famous White Pass and Yukon Railway is a railway route that ran from Skagway, Alaska, into Whitehorse, Yukon Territory. That happened back during the Klondike Gold Rush days, and yes, the Yukon is a territory. The railway is located in Carcross, Yukon, on Canada. And of course, the White Pass and Yukon Railway is famous, and they like when people from other railways come and they look at it and like, wow. Well, I think their engines are pretty good. Good. Be sure to check their website if there's any excursions coming up. Robson Green have been traveling all the way across the country of England, finding out how Flying Scotsman became the nation's very first favorite steam engine, and how it survived in its roller coaster life. Now, as I was saying in the last episode, after Alan Pigla had lost everything, the engine was stranded in America. But there was one man who had saved Flying Scotsman and brought her back to England, and thanks to him, he raised $72,000 to bring Flying Scotsman home to England. The man who saved her, Sir William McAlpine. Well, now for some tourist railways, well, sort of. But Calgary's famous Bowness Park is 100 years old, and the train has been restored. And now for some miniature train rides, well, sort of. Bowness Park miniature train, his new paint job was modeled after CP Rail's luxury passenger train, the Canadian, and it used to run from from British Columbia all the way into Quebec. All the way from British Columbia all from British Columbia all the way into Alberta. And do check CP's website to see Royal Canadian Pacific for full details. Well, on May 1st, 2017, Mayor Naheed Nenshi had put a 4-car mask C train on the Blue Line. And of course, let's have a look at some clips of the 4-car mask C train on the Blue Line in Calgary, Alberta.
I'm thrilled that we are now announcing today the introduction of 4-car C trains on the Blue Line. These longer trains carry an additional 200 customers per trip. That's a 33% increase. It's a major improvement that will alleviate overcrowding on trains and provide more comfort for customers, especially during rush hour.
We are pleased to see that our government's investment of nearly $245 million through Green Trip and the Municipal Sustainability Initiative have helped Calgary launch these trains on the Blue Line. Today's announcement is another important step toward improving public transit across the Calgary region.
And that's why investments in LRT make sense. They're good for the city and they serve citizens over long periods of time.
This was a lot of work to get the line ready for 4-car service. There was things like expanding the stations, re-leveling the track, redoing some of the signals. Even the tracks are power up to be upgraded to carry all those people.
Sometimes we forget just how successful our C-Train system in this city is. We carry about 285,000 people every weekday. That makes it one of the most used LRT systems in North America.
Well, thanks for watching, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and please do. You can follow me on Twitter or email me, and I'll email you on Saturdays, just in time for a Railway Weekender.